we chased Lady Luck till we finally struck Bonanza. With a gun and a rope and a hat full of hope.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Comic Culture, the only show that can tell you where adamantium and vibranium are on the periodic table. I'm your host, Preston, and today we're going to be talking about some, I want to say old news, because I learned about this a couple years ago, and I reported it back when I was on the Comic Book Cast website. That's right, I don't know how many of you know this, but I actually used to write for the website for comicbookcast.com. You can check them out here on this channel. But I've kind of gone my own way from them. I actually did a couple of shows with them back on the movie podcast. I can't, the name escapes me right now, but this is the name of the podcast. We only did a few episodes, but I enjoyed it. Helped me get into this thing I'm doing now. But yeah, the website's gone now. It's purely YouTube at this point, so you're not going to find that article anymore. But I still remember it. I still have it written down. And basically, it has to do with Gerry Duggan, or Duggan. I pronounce it Duggan. Gerry Duggan is a really good writer for Marvel Comics. He just finished up a run on Deadpool that's nearly 5 years into one of the best Deadpool runs ever. This is actually his first issue on Deadpool, I think. And he's right now doing Infinity Countdown, which is also good. Also did Guardians of the Galaxy. Point is, he's a really good writer, and I enjoy a lot of his stories. And one of my favorite works of his would have to be 1872. This was a short 4-issue miniseries back during the Secret Wars event. Not that one, the sequel. Not that sequel. There we go. The 2015 one by Jonathan Hickman, where we had all these different universes and alternate realities during the summer of 2015. And one of the best ones would have to be 1872, a version of the Marvel Universe where all the characters exist in 1872. It was really cool because you got to see interesting designs of characters, like Vision was one of those fortune teller machines, like in Big. Dr. Octopus was just a guy who held just a bunch of 6-shooters on mechanical arms, but they're really like Wild Wild West arms, poorly done. So there were a lot of interesting things that the series did, and I really enjoyed it. And it ended on a complete circle, but it left a few things open, like 1872 Bruce Banner being affected by gamma radiation, and Spider-Man. Or we didn't get to see Spider-Man. We got to see Peter Parker, but he just got bitten by the spider. And of course, Pastor Frank Castle and the Merc, aka 1872 versions of Punisher and Daredevil. So there was a lot you could do with this series. And the fact that other Secret Wars tie-ins like Amazing Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows got ongoings, I was really hoping we get to see more from this universe, because I enjoyed it, and I think a lot of other people did too. So, back at Comikaze 2016, I believe, Gerry Duggan was a guest, and I got to see him and talk to him, sign a couple of my books, and I mentioned how I really enjoyed 1872. And you could tell he enjoyed it too, because his face just like lit up, happy, like, oh, 1872, I love doing that series. And I asked him, like, so, can we expect more from the series? A sequel, an ongoing, anything. I want more in this universe. It wasn't a negative answer, but it wasn't a straightforward one, too. Basically, what he said was he did have plans for an 1872 continuation, because that's why we had the stuff, like Bruce Banner, Peter Parker, all those characters. We were going to see more of them. The only thing that really came from this miniseries was Red Wolf got an ongoing that only lasted for like 5 issues, I think. And basically, I bought it because I thought, oh, cool, a Red Wolf comic. It's going to be set in the 1872 universe. No, it was just him ending up in the mainstream Marvel universe, kind of like Old Man Logan. And, it's fine, but it's not what I want. I want 1872. So, what does Gerry Duggan say? He's been trying to pitch this idea to Marvel where it's Deadpool 1872, because what with Deadpool doesn't sell, right? I like Deadpool, and he's like and a lot of people like Deadpool, people who don't read comic books like Deadpool, so it makes sense to market it as Deadpool's 1872. So right now, or back then, I don't know if he's still trying to do it because he's really busy with Infinity Countdown and all these other upcoming projects, but the main idea was he's pitching it as Deadpool 1872, and we would get to see people like Bruce Banner, Peter Parker, but it would focus on the Merc and Pastor Frank, set in the 1872 universe. And there were actually going to be more 1872 characters, like Hawkeye as a deaf Native American who communicates through, I think it was like sign language or something along those lines. Just like, normal Hawkeye, but he was just going to be the Native American version, which I think would have been really interesting to see, have that classic Deadpool versus Hawkeye moment, but in the 1872 universe. It's not over yet, though. There is still a chance we can get 1872 or 2 or the sequel. I don't know what you'd call it, but there is still a chance we can get Deadpool's 1872, which is what we're going to call it for the meantime. We can get it if we show an interest in it. He even told me, send emails to Marvel or letters saying like you really enjoyed 1872 and you'd like to see more of it. You'd like to see these characters in these kind of situation in this universe. Heck. So, do you want to see more of 1872 or Deadpool's 1872? Or heck, any kind of Marvel in an alternate timeline? There's lots of fans of 1602 and the Noir series that Marvel used to do. So show your support of these ideas by sending a letter or email to Marvel Comics to show that there are people who want to read this. Show them there's an audience, and we will get more of it. I'd just like to say thank you to Jerry Dugan for stopping by at Stan Lee's LA Comic-Con a few years back and, talking to the fans. He's a really friendly guy, and he really likes to talk about his work with his fans. So if you have an opportunity to meet the guy, you should go ahead and take it. I'd also like to thank you for watching Comic Culture with your host, Preston. If you enjoyed today's show and you'd like to see more, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more comic book and nerdy goodness. I'm your host, once again, Preston, and thank you for watching. Take us away.